Everyone ready? Okay, let's go. Quick position rundown for you. The top 5 are Verstappen, Sargent, Norris, Gasly and Perez. We don't currently have the data for that request. That's Joe just ahead. Push for that position. Here are the top 5 cars as things stand. Verstappen, Sargent, Norris, Gasly and Perez. We don't have the data for that, I'm afraid. Okay, Hulkenberg's behind you now. Understood, stopping this lap.
qualifying finished, it's time to remind ourselves once again of our top three: Surfer Girl, Fernando Alonso and Charles Leclerc. With qualifying wrapped up now, we have our grid lineup for the big race tomorrow. Be sure to join us then for what will no doubt be a fantastic race. So many eventful races here in Barcelona over the years. Do you remember Max Verstappen's first win on debut for Red Bull here in 2016? 2 years before, we had the dramatic coming together of Hamilton and Rosberg going towards turn 4. There's always a treat in store as we head back to the Circuit de Barcelona Catalunya for the Spanish Grand Prix. It's an updated track at Catalunya, and we welcome the removal of the chicane in the final sector, shortening lap times and reducing the total running to 2.9 miles and 14 turns. This was actually the original setup for the track, but it hasn't been used since 2007. It's time to see how our drivers are stacking up after yesterday's exciting qualifying session. Surfer Girl lines up on pole position, and it's Fernando Alonso alongside. Considering the rest of the grid, we have Leclerc, Hamilton, Russell, Verstappen, Gasly, Sainz, Perez, Norris, Oscar Piastri, Maldonado, Bottas, Hülkenberg, Magnussen, Ocon, Joe, Sargent, Albon, Tsunoda, De Vries, Tsunoda. That's it then, it's time to go racing as we head down trackside for today's race. And a warm welcome to Natalie Pinkham, who's beside me in the commentary box today. The last few races have been a bit rough for them, unable to get a clean run. That's got to have some effect on their confidence, surely.
Certainly confidence is an important factor, and every time you're involved in an accident, it's not just the car you damage, but that confidence as well. But all the top racing drivers are able to tune that out when the race gets underway and focus on the job at hand.
Here we go, the formation lap gets underway here in Spain. This track offers a great variety of high speed, medium speed and low speed corners, allowing for some fantastic racing, which hopefully will continue on here today. So as all the cars reform the grids, the drivers will be hoping to get a strong start. They'll want to earn some valuable points from today's race, with final communications being done with their race engineers, ensuring the planned strategies are all in place.
Venezuelan driver to start on pole, finish on the podium and win a race.
Alonso's ahead of you. Our gap to the car in front is 1.3 seconds. They're on fresh softs. Their tyres are just 1 lap old. We think they've got 1 more stop. Your last lap time was a 1 minute 22.9. One of the Aston Martin cars ahead of you. DRS is being enabled this lap. We can use DRS when you're within 1 second of the car ahead and in the DRS zone. Leclerc behind. Less than a second separates you. They're on fresh softs. Their tyres are 2 laps old. We think they've got 1 more stop. Time last lap was a 1:20.9. Got a lot of spare energy, okay to use your overtake button. ahead. Okay, gap to the car ahead is 3.7 seconds. Okay, they're on old softs. Their tyres are 5 laps old. We think they've got one more stop. And the time last lap was a 1 minute 20.2. condition still looking good. Okay, and that's a red flag. Red flag. Keep the delta positive, and let's have you straight into the pit lane, please. That's right, we can get a nice advantage here. Let's have a think about how we handle the rest of this race. Out there, again. You need to give that place back, I'm afraid that was an illegal overtake. Okay, red flag mate, red flag. No overtaking please, we'll see you in the pit lane. There's been an incident on track, but officials aren't looking to... It's essentially a free stop, so let's think very carefully about our strategy for the rest of this race. Good to get back on track, let's make the best of this restart, let's go. car behind you's just come in for the hard tyres. Car behind, running hard tyres. Okay, the stewards have now enabled DRS. DRS is now online. Increasing the gap on the car behind by 0.5 a lap. The gap to the car in front is less than 1 second now. Well done. Let's try and get past in the DRS zone. Currently trailing our teammate by 4.6 seconds. You sat in P8, well done. Okay, here's the gap that we're trailing the car ahead by. 4.6 seconds. Okay, they're on fresh hards. Bottas is behind you. Okay, they're on fresh hards. Our gap to first place is 11.3 seconds. Look after these tyres now. We want to finish the race on this compound. Okay, 18 laps to go. eye on that gap ahead, please. 4.8 seconds. Okay, they're on fresh hards. Their tyres are 8 laps old. Your last lap time was a 1:20.5. Okay, you're dropping back by around 0.2 each lap. Overtake and burn off some of this energy. Okay, that's past or ahead. Okay, so the gap to the car ahead, 4.2 seconds. Okay, they're on fresh hards. Their tyres are 9 laps old. Time last lap was a 1:20.1. Okay, so you're gaining by around 0.6 a lap. Rain in about 10 to 15 minutes. Okay, we'll fit inters on your next stop. That's 8th place, you're in 8th place. And gap to the car in front is 5.6 seconds. Okay, they're on old hard tyres. Norris behind. Okay, the gap behind is 3.6 seconds. Okay, they're on old hard tyres. Okay, so gap to the leader is 0.2 seconds. Pit strategy complete. See these tyres through to the end now. Russell behind, and the gap behind us is 2.9 seconds. Okay, they're on old hard tyres. Their tyres are 9 laps old, and the time last lap was a 1:20.5. 5 seconds will be added to their time at the end of the race. Okay, the car behind's catching you at a rate of about 2 seconds a lap. Be aware. Okay, we've lost a position. That's us down a place. Okay, be careful. We think you're going to start losing some tyre grip anytime now. Rain is forecast in just over 10 minutes time. Rain in 10 minutes. Dries definitely seem like the fastest tyre at the moment. 5.7 seconds. We think we might see some rain, ETA about 15 minutes. Okay, expect to see some rain about 10 to 15 minutes from now. Okay, dry seems like the best tyre for now. More, it's time to utilise some of this energy. Come on. some time to the car behind. Okay, Russell's ahead. Our gap to the car in front is 8.7 seconds. Okay, they're on old hard tyres. Their tyres are 18 laps old. Your last lap time was a 1 minute 20.3. We're slower by 9/10 a lap at the moment. 5 seconds will be added to their time at the end of the race. Okay, gap to the car ahead is 11.3 seconds. Now. Rain's a few lap outs yet, but it is coming, so be careful. Dries definitely seem like the fastest tyre at the moment. Push, push, use your overtake button, let's go. Radar suggests some weather's going to hit in around 5 minutes time, so stay on your toes. Grip is probably dropping due to wear, so don't be too aggressive. Okay, we've got 12 laps of fuel remaining. Probably dropping due to wear, so don't be too aggressive. Okay, shoes behind you now. We're leading the car behind by 1.2 seconds. Okay, they're on old hard tyres. Their tyres are 20 laps old. Time last lap was a 1:21.3. Okay, here's the gap that we're trailing the car ahead by, 9.9 seconds. Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 17.3 seconds. imminent. Rain is imminent. Be careful out there. Okay, dry seem like the best tyre for now. Okay mate, this is the final lap of the race, final lap.
They've done it then! A spectacular victory here in Spain and a massive confidence boost going into the next race. So Natalie, what do you think helped them deliver this result?
I feel consistency was probably the key today. There's being quick, and then there's being quick lap after lap after lap. If you can do that, you can capitalise on other people's errors without making many of your own. And that's an approach that can push you a long way up the field.
So after a magnificent race, we can now see the drivers making their way to the podium. Once again, it's the Silver Arrows who take the top spot, a well-earned victory for Mercedes. See how the driver standings have changed. Despite the best efforts of our championship leader, that lead has taken a bit of a knock today. Let's focus on the driver of the day. Natalie Pinkham, come on, who do you pick?
Often, my go-to would be a driver who's managed to pull off an especially impressive feat during the race. However, in this instance, I was more impressed by Max Verstappen's solid, clean driving throughout the event.
It's time to check out the constructors' standings. The owner-drivers team moved to the top of the table. Another team that will be satisfied with this Grand Prix is Alfa Romeo, whose good result moves them further up the championship. And with that, we wrap up another weekend of motorsport action. But with more races lined up, be sure to join us when we come back with more Formula One.